You guys saw that new Radwimp song? Anime is becoming more popular every year, for better and worse. Everyone is discussing about anime related stuff these days, especially animation. Yes, this is about animation. It's not about what shonen shows is better. You can power scale your favorite shonen shows on Twitter or something. Most people like to say Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer is the new standard when it comes to animation. There's other shows, but these are the most common ones I've seen. I mean, take a look at the new One Piece episode. It looked amazing, but people still cry about the quality being too stylistic. Nowadays, people are getting more and more high quality shows. Just look at the season alone of anime. You have Oshinoko, Roshidere, Wistoria, Days with My Stepsis, Makeine, Bay, Elusive Samurai, Shoshimin, and other shows. Overall animation and direction for most of these shows really gauges you into them. Of course, animation mostly don't matter to a certain extent, in like romance or isekai maybe. But when it comes to shonen, like shonen jump stuff, it's probably a necessity to have at least good animation because there's a lot of mindless fighting sometimes. And since majority of anime fans are seeping in to animation more, but still they think they know a lot of stuff, but in reality it's just, this animation is bad. And it's just a fucking still image. What I mean, these two shows are not the standard of animation because they are not. Jujutsu Kaisen is peak 2D animation. And if season 2 had at least twice as much time, where it could have had that time, but Otsuka was like, yep, let's make Chainsaw Man. And Demon Slayer, while the 2D animation slash Sakuga only happens when it needs to, the overall visual quality in the show is among the best in anime. The consistent drawing quality, compositing, art direction is amazing because they have time and they don't have pressure from committees to finish the shows quickly. Ufotable is high up in the committee, so they can manage the schedule and time to their projects better. Maybe some questionable decision making that could be Aniplex's fault or Ufotable, I don't know, but mostly good. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 was supposed to be the best animated show ever. But the committee, and mostly the higher ups, Otsuka, was greedy for picking more shows because they know it can make a lot more money and the committee doesn't care. They don't care about the final product or how it looked at the end. It's just more so money. Jujutsu Kaisen is a full saga show. Full saga shows are basically when there's unlimited budget works. I am joking. It's basically shows that keeps having high quality animation every second. Well, not every second, but you know what I mean. A bit more apart. And most important, they have veterans or talented people on core staff, either if it's in the director's chair, character design, director of photography, a lot more, or just in most of the core staff role as a whole. So that animators are more interested to work on that show because they might have a lacking working with that certain director or staff member from previous works. Studios don't mostly matter. Sometimes it's all about connections. Most of full saga shows are mainly by freelancers. They're not connected by studios. Connections lead to more connections, and that's how some shows can have that much talent on board. Full saga shows are not common at all. Yes, good looking shows are more often being produced now, but full saga shows are very rare. There's only a few set of directors or producers that could pull major names, a lot of them, in their shows, but the problem is that if there is a lot more full saga shows, the talent will be spread very thin. Here, let's take 2023 for example. Counting on TV series only, there's... oh shit. 3, 6, 9, 94, 97, 143, 146, 223 shows in 2023. Yes, I'm counting the shows that are not shows. But let's see how many full saga shows there are. There's Frieren, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Heavenly Delusion. Do you count this season or special of Osama ranking? I haven't watched it, but I'll put it in just for safety measures. Idol Master U149? Maybe? Ew, idols. Shut up. Onimai and Surune maybe. There's 7 full saga shows in the 223 shows that were in 2023. And even then, I'm not that confident with Osama ranking special, U149, and Surune being full saga shows, but these 4 are definitely full saga shows. And of course there's One Piece, which I don't know how that's a weekly show. I get that it's not good every single time. I've seen the worst stuff that you could pull, but it's still crazy nonetheless. Jujutsu Kaisen is a very mainstream anime, that's for sure, but what makes season 2 special was the director Goso. It was a rare occasion that someone this ambitious and young gets to series direct a mainstream shonen. There is a debate between what season was better, season 1 or 2. For me and objectively, season 2 is better animation wise. You might say that's your own opinion, No, it's objectively better. Of course, both directors for different seasons have different philosophies. Sung-Woo Park is more of an action director rather than a series director, so the fights are mainly the focus of everything, maybe sacrificing the overall visual quality of it. And even if there was episode directors slash storyboarders that could make a more, I guess you could say, presentable episode visually, they mostly go with the series director's philosophy of pure action. Of course, I'm not saying there isn't any cool framing work in that, but overall, Goso was just a better fit for the director's chair. He understands visual cohesion to a very distinct level, again making very presentable episodes, and it was just an upgrade on everything. I mean, the 3D work was disgusting in season 1. Same goes for the compositing work, but in season 2, everything was fixed. People think season 1 looks better because action, you know, or or what? They don't understand the full picture. In season 2, the action was some of the best in the series. Besides that, the majority of people will overlook how season 2 episode 5 was such a masterful directed episode, and same goes for the other episodes. Season 2 had an abominable schedule to work with. Take episode 17, Vincent Chanzard animated like 50 seconds of pure Sakuga with background animation sometimes, but he only had 2 weeks to finish it. Yes, Vincent is probably a quite fast animator judging from his tweets, but remember, these type of episodes needs to cook for at least 3+ months, when in reality, this episode was probably produced like speculation wise just from tweets like under a month. And before the Blu-ray, one of Vincent's cut was not finished on time, but the Blu-ray version fixed it, which goes to show how passionate and dedicated the staff is to making a better cohesive slash polished version of it, so that it's a more satisfying final product for them. Even if they hated working for the studio, they can come back so they could finish it. It's not 100% finished though. Anime is more mainstream now, so more companies from the West are trying to profit from the media, which is fine, but you know, when the big heads gets more involved, it's not going to be good. Making shows almost impossible to watch or discover, besides pirating it. They fucking don't understand how to release shows, then completely losing all the hype for it. And even the leaks that are occurring now are nuts to say the least. And from the looks of it, Netflix is not doing anything, whilst there's more animes or just shows like Arcane getting leaked. Producers want that saga, that dopamine rush, but the problem is that they don't care about the staff that's actually making the anime for them, being underpaid and overworked. They know they can exploit these animators making high quality looking shows, but not giving them the appropriate amount of time to actually pull through with the full vision that they wanted. It's like most great looking shows right now on the surface level, it might seem there's not much problems behind the scenes, but there is. That's why Ufotable and Kyoto Animation is such an anomaly in the current industry right now. They have a set bar of quality that the viewers expect from them because they do everything in-house mostly. It's a good advantage also since they are in the same building, so they can communicate better. It's not like one person communicating with another person from across the world. It's one of the key factors that can actually make the anime good looking, because if you get a DM from production assistant saying do this and you work your ass off and then send it, nothing. Your work gets passed on to production, and the anime might not hear from it for a while if the production is that disorganized. It's not just animators, doga artists, in-betweeners, they probably get treated the worst. Most of these junior animators just get contacted and give them low pay, but gets away with it because they are newbies in the industry. But a stark contrast to that is KyoAni, that keeps developing these young artists, training them, and their work gets supervised by veterans in the studio, slowly but surely. I'm not saying these are the only studios that have these healthy environments and working conditions. Some studios strive to be like that. I mean, Mappa stated that they wanted to be like KyoAni, but I don't know about that one. I do think people need to understand what the standard is for animation quality. I'm not saying you have to watch 15, 16 animes per season to fully calculate what is the standard. No, but don't expect a show like as crazy as Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 or as polished and refined as Demon Slayer. That's not going to be a common thing. But if it does, it might just make things worse. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what your thoughts about this certain topic. And subscribe, guys. 90% of you aren't subscribed. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.